Hi guys, welcome. This is your no hands mobility. So essentially we're going to be placing the hands behind the back the whole time. So if you'd rather take hold of the hips, that's fine, but I'm going to be taking hold of my elbows. We'll see how we get on. Now, of course, when it comes to mobility, what we're really talking about is our range of movement through the muscles, through the joints. It's not like flexibility when sometimes we can use ourselves to draw ourselves into a stretch. Now, we want to see where our range of movement is by simply moving through those areas rather than being forced through. So, hence why we're going to be taking the hands behind the back. So, from here, if you are taking the hands on the hips, don't be tempted to use the hands to draw the hips around. So, take hold of the elbows, take hold of the hips, drop the shoulders, and we're going to get straight into it now. So I want you to take the feet about hip distance apart. We're going to generous bend through the knees, just find our ragdoll. So just allow the head to hang, the body to hang. This might feel like a slightly deeper stretch through the shoulders here than your usual ragdoll, but just allow the head to shake off yes and no. Just easing any tension we might be holding in that lower back. On your next exhale, come back to center. Slowly stack the vertebrae one at a time as you come back to standing at the top of your mat. Drop the shoulders. You might want to toe heel the feet back to center, ground down through left foot, pick up through the right. We're going to take the right knee out to the side and begin to draw circles through these hips. Inhale up, exhale back round. Find the balance. If you really struggle with balance here, you can place a hand against the wall, but think of really just taking this movement through the hip joint. We're not moving the rest of the body. On your next exhale, change direction of those circles. Slowly from here, coming back to center. Take the knee out in front. That left leg might already feel fatigued. Sorry, my hair's in my mouth. I'm just going to move my hands there. But from here, micro bend through standing leg. Take it back to your warrior three, your Virabhadrasana 3. Oh, no, boringly like me. Or if you find you've lost the balance, again, you can use the wall. Pausing here. Slowly from here, bend through standing leg, float the right foot down, not quite to the base of the mat, but turn the feet out to 10 and 2. Find your goddess pose, bend through the knees, sink down through the hips. Open up through the thighs. Breathing here. You might wish to pulse up and down. On your next inhale, come back to center. Turn left foot to the top of the mat, right foot at 45 degrees. We're going to find our revolved triangle. So roll the shoulder blades together, deep inhale. And on your exhale, find a twist, twisting towards the left-hand side of the room. Now, if you're very mobile through the spine, you might be able to take that elbow on the outside of the thigh, but I'm not expecting you to get there. Think of finding that twist. Look up towards the sky if you can. Keep drawing that top shoulder away. On your next inhale, come back to center, micro bend through that front leg. From here, pivot on the feet. We're going to toe heel the feet wider, turn the feet out to 10 and 2, bend through left leg, finding your Skandasana or your lateral lunge. See if you can do it without the hands. Ooh. You just notice how much the hands help us to guide ourselves down. So if Skandasana is too much, pause in your lateral lunge. On your next inhale, use that leg to draw yourself back to center. From here, pivot left foot to face the top of the mat. Bend through left knee, finding your crescent lunge. Breathing here, engage that back leg. We're going to drop the right knee to the floor, untuck the toes, extend out through that hamstring. Inhale, we roll the shoulder blades together, but with the hands behind the back, they already should be quite open. Exhale, we hinge here. Flex the left toes towards us. On your next inhale, come back to center. Bend through that left leg. Tuck the back toes. See if we can come to standing at the top of the mat. Well done. Repeating on the opposite leg. Drop through the shoulders. From here, inhale, pick up through left. Drawing these hip circles. Try not to move through the rest of the body. This side, my hip clicks each time I go around. Breathing here. Ooh. Lost the balance. On your next exhale, change direction. It's okay if you lose balance here. We're just training ourselves to avoid using the hands in these stretches and really working on our mobility, that range of movement that we have, the strength that we have in that range of movement also. On your next inhale, come back to center. Micro bend through standing legs. See if you can take it back into that warrior three. Square off through the hips. Exhale, bend through standing leg. Float the left foot about 3/4 down the mat. Turn the feet out to 10 and 2. Sink down through those hips, finding your goddess. You might pulse here. So open through the chest, dropping the shoulders. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten out through the legs. Turn left foot at 45 degrees, right foot at straight and forward. We roll the shoulder blades together. Deep inhale, exhale. We open the chest to the right hand side. I definitely feel I have less mobility on this side. You might feel a tightness through the glute into the quad, the hamstring. Breathing here. On your next exhale, come back to center. Taking the feet out 10 and 2 and widening the stance here. Bend through right knee, lateral lunge, or we find that Skandasana. On the opposite leg. Ooh. Feel the opening through the inner thigh. Find the balance. On your next inhale, draw yourself back up to center. This is challenging, guys. Twist onto the ball of the back foot, bend through right knee, ground down through those shoulders, finding that crescent lunge, really engage that back leg. Beautiful. Exhale, bend through left knee, untuck the toes, extend out through the right leg. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we fold. On your next inhale, shift the weight forward. Tap that back toes. See if you can come back to center, finding the top of the mat. You can release those arms. Shake off through the arms. Now, from here, we're going to repeat that once more on each side. You can repeat it as many times as you like. I'm just taking a moment. Ease off through the shoulders. Now, from here, top of the mat. We'll start with our ragdoll again. Take the feet hip distance. Exhale, we bend through the knees. We drop the belly towards the thighs. Shake off the head, yes and no. Moving a bit quicker this time, stack the vertebrae, come back up to center. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Toe heel the feet. Back to center, inhale, lift up through right. Draw those circles. Just 4 each direction. Change direction on your next exhale. You might feel a little bit more open now. Come back to center, micro bend through standing leg. Find that Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3. Breathing here. Square off those hips. On your next exhale, bend through standing leg. Float the left foot to the base of the mat. Turn the feet out 10 and 2. Find your goddess pose. Bouncing here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, hairs back in my mouth, 4, 3, trying not to release the hands, 2, and 1, straighten out through those legs. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to move that hair away from my face. From here, left foot faces forward, right foot 45 degrees. Roll the shoulder blades together, exhale, we find a twist. Breathing here, folding over that front leg. On your next exhale, slowly come back up to center, toe heel the feet wider, turn them out to 10 and 2, bend through left leg. Finding lateral lunge or sinking down into that Skandasana. On your next inhale, come back to center, turn left foot to face the top of the mat, pivot onto the ball of the back foot, find that crescent lunge. Breathing here. If you need to adjust your stance, sink lower into that front leg. Exhale, bend the right knee, drop it to the floor, fold over left leg. On your next inhale, shift the weight forward. Tuck the back toes, pick up the back knee, step it to the top of the mat. Changing sides, ground down through right, lift up left. Draw those circles, 4 in each direction. Next exhale, change direction of those circles. Float it back to warrior 3. Finding that balance, try not to rush the balance. Exhale, bend through standing leg, float the foot about 3/4 down the mat, 10 and 2, sink down into goddess. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten out the legs, pivot the feet, right foot faces forward, left foot 45 degrees. Deep inhale, straighten out the spine, exhale, we twist. Finding this no hands revolved triangle, opening the chest to the right. Can you look up towards the sky? On your next exhale, come back to center. From here, pivot the feet 10 and 2 and toe heel them a little bit wider. Bend through right knee, sink into lateral lunge or Skandasana. Inhale, come back to center. Pivot the feet, right foot faces forward, left foot onto the ball of the back foot. Finding your crescent lunge, engage that back leg. Exhale, we drop the knee and tuck the toes, extend out through right leg. Fold over that hamstring. Inhale, shift the weight forward, tuck the back toes, come to standing at the top of the mat, drop the arms, shake off through those arms, and just come to close through the eyes, soften through the face, find your Tadasana. You might place one hand on the belly, one hand on heart center. Pausing here, slow down the breath. Notice how the body feels. And slowly coming back to the room, reach the hands above the head, find the full body stretch. Perhaps even open up through the spine as you push the chest forward, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, float the hands down through heart center and drop the chin towards the chest. Take a moment here to honor yourself and honoring this beautiful practice of yoga. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining, guys. We'll see you again soon.